Most people who want to leave their job to start their own business have some type of version of the same plan. I'll leave when my business is making enough. And if I asked you exactly what does enough mean in real numbers, could you tell me? Not a rough guess, the actual number, the specific figure that your business needs to hit before leaving your job is safe. Most people can't, including myself. So I built my own tool so that I knew exactly what that figure was that I needed my business to hit before leaving my job would be safe. Before I knew that for sure, I kept telling myself, I'll leave when my business replaces my salary. I knew my salary. I figured, well, if my business is matching it, I'm ready, I can go. That logic has two massive holes in it that I did not realize until I sat down and did it properly. Hole number one, your salary is not what your job is actually worth. Your employer will be paying things on top of your salary that you cannot ignore. This could be health insurance. It could be a subsidy for health insurance, a contribution to superannuation or your retirement fund, phone allowances, a vehicle, leave entitlements. All of this adds up. When I calculated my true job value, the number that my business would have to make to be a complete, this is how much you make in your job, this is how much your business needs to make, with all of this stuff, it was kind of frightening and definitely was not the figure that I thought it was. The second hole is not being super accurate about your business revenue. It's easy to look at that gross figure in the dashboard and think, great, this is where I'm at. Is that before tax? Is that before those subscriptions that you're paying for AI or your CRM or Kit, whatever they are? Is that reflected in the dashboard when you think about what your business is earning? Because all those little numbers add up. So the gap between I'm ready to leave and oh no, I'm actually ready to leave is often a lot bigger than what people realize. And not knowing this gap can mean that you're either waiting too long, which would, amazing, good problem to have, or you're leaving too soon, which is far more risky. Now, I'm Niky. I'm a senior leader with over 18 years experience in leadership. I have 2 young kids, a master's in entrepreneurship, and about 15 hours a week to build my business. I am tracking all of my business experiments, the real data, what's working about growing my business and what's not, in my free Skool group, From Job to CEO. The link is in the description. So when I started to get really serious about the idea that I was going from job to CEO, it was happening. I needed to build something that would actually tell me exactly what it was my business needed to hit before I would be comfortable to leave my job. So I built a calculator and it has 6 steps. The first one is working out your true employment value. You enter your salary and it calculates everything else that your employer offers you. Your leave entitlements, your insurance, allowances, and a safety net buffer. Most people find that their true employment value is 20 to 40% higher than what they thought it was. That is the number. If you need to match what you are earning in your job, that is the number that you need to know. Step 2 is your real business net. You enter your current business revenue by type. So that might be product, coaching, affiliate income, and your actual expenses. The calculator then deducts the expenses and a tax set aside to give you the real number, not the gross revenue number that makes you feel good. Step 3 is the gap. Now this tab is pretty important and it does all the math for you. True employment value on one side, real business net on the other. The difference between them is the gap. This is the thing that you're working to close. Then it gives you 3 specific targets. The floor, which is the bare minimum that you could be making from your business and still survive. This is probably not your full income replacement number, but it would be the earliest point that you could leave. The comfortable one is the full replacement. That is the full replacement of your income. And then the last one is the super confident level. This is where you're not just replacing your income, but you have got a built-in buffer. This is for when the months in your business don't go to plan. This is when you lose income. It's when your car breaks and you've got to pay for it. This is where leaving feels genuinely safe. But, you know, it's up to you to choose which one of those three would fit best for your situation. Step 4 is your income plan. You enter your primary offer price and your conversion rate that you're seeing right now. The calculator tells you exactly how many sales you're going to need a month to hit each of your milestones. It also tells you how many clients or what your email list size needs to be to make those conversions and to hit those milestones. Then step 5 is your timeline. This could be 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, you choose. But the tool provides a month-by-month revenue milestone plan with decision checkpoints along the way, so you know exactly whether or not you're on track. And then the final step is the CEO commitment. This is one page, your numbers, your target date, your 90-day focus, your one action per week to get here. You could print it if you wanted, or you just save it and leave it in the dashboard. What I've described for you is your from salary to sales calculator. It's a Google sheet. It takes about 30 minutes to set it up properly, and it gives you the single most important number in your business, the one that every other decision should be pointing you to. I built it for myself because, like I said, I knew I wanted to have that as an outcome, but without knowing the real data and the real number that I needed to hit, it was a kind of one day, when I make enough, when I replace my salary, but actually not knowing what that looked like. The link to the From Salary to Sales calculator is in the description. And yes, you will need to buy it. It is not free, but it is a very important tool that I created to help me so that then I can share it and help you. If you're building a business alongside a job and you've been putting off how to answer that question of when you're going to be able to leave, this tool is going to tell you the answer. The gap might be bigger than what you think it is. It certainly was for me, but knowing what it is really helped me focus and push me forward because I knew what my monthly targets were that I needed to hit. I know what my plan is. I also share it all, my experiments, what's working, what's not, the data, everything, in my free Skool group, From Job to CEO, the experiment. Come and join us.